Hello, I'm Eileen Weir, the Mayor of the City of Independence. Thank you for joining us today for this very unusual presentation of the 2020 Harry S. Truman Award for Public Service. Thank you to our honoree and the many community partners who made this possible and have accommodated this unusual format. We were planning and wishing that we would be conducting today's ceremony in the newly renovated Harry S. Truman Presidential Library. The year 2020 marks the 75th anniversary of the inauguration of Harry Truman as the 33rd President of the United States, and we look forward to welcoming you to the Truman Library to celebrate President Truman's legacy and to learn more about the presidency. Harry Truman was known for his candor, his outspokenness, and his devotion to the people of the state of Missouri. This is also an apt description of today's Harry S. Truman Public Service Award recipient, former United States Senator Claire McCaskill. Both President Truman and Senator McCaskill will never forget the Missouri state motto, "Let the welfare of the people be the supreme law." Claire McCaskill was born in Rolla, Missouri. Both of her parents were public servants. Her father, William Young McCaskill, served as state insurance commissioner under Governor Warren Hurns. Her mother, Betty, was the first woman to be elected to the Columbia City Council. Claire McCaskill is a graduate of the University of Missouri and the University of Missouri School of Law. After graduation, Claire served as a law clerk on the Missouri Court of Appeals in Kansas City and later became an assistant prosecuting attorney for Jackson County. In 1982, she was elected to the Missouri House of Representatives. Claire had become the chair of the Civil and Criminal Justice Committee. Claire was the first woman to give birth while a member of the Missouri General Assembly. It would not be the last time that Claire McCaskill would be the first woman to do something in the state of Missouri. In 1992, she would be the first woman elected Jackson County prosecuting attorney. Claire started new programs in the prosecutor's office, such as a domestic violence unit and one of the nation's first drug courts. In 1998, Claire was elected state auditor. She would focus on the welfare of the people by conducting performance audits on child care facilities, the state foster care program, the state child abuse hotline, and nursing homes. Claire also reviewed domestic violence shelters, student loans, school funding, and the Missouri Sunshine Law. The innovative approach of making performance audits as a part of the auditor's office brought more transparency and efficiency to many state programs. In 2006, Claire McCaskill became the first woman elected to the United States Senate from the state of Missouri. Claire was elected to the United States Senate seat once held by Harry S. Truman, and she vowed to bring accountability to Washington, D.C., much like the man from Independence, Harry Truman, did in his time in the United States Senate. She delivered on that promise. Upon arriving in the Senate, Claire was named to the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations. This committee was formerly known as the Truman Committee, the committee that exposed fraud and waste during World War II. Senator McCaskill was also appointed to the powerful Armed Services Committee and the Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee. During her time serving on the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations, Claire passed legislation enabling the Wartime Contracting Commission that was given authority to investigate fraud, waste, and abusive contracts in the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. She was also responsible for passing legislation that provided government accountability by granting whistleblower protections for defense subcontractors. Senator McCaskill has worked hard for Missouri veterans. Claire was a founding member of the Senate Veterans Jobs Caucus, which is a bipartisan group that works to incentivize companies to hire and train veterans, provide educational support, and provide a smooth path from active duty to veteran service. She passed legislation helping World War II veterans exposed to mustard gas in the line of duty receive the long overdue financial relief they deserve. Claire McCaskill kept her word and brought Missouri common sense and values to Washington, D.C. She reached across the aisle to work with her fellow senators to improve the lives of others, whether it be working to combat the opioid crisis, standing up for victims of violence, calling for more government accountability, or working to improve our healthcare system. Today, you can find Claire McCaskill on Twitter, being a professional grandmother, sharing her unfiltered opinions about life and politics. She also serves as an analyst for NBC News and MSNBC. She is a visiting fellow at the University of Chicago Institute on Politics. She has also written a memoir about her life, Plenty Ladylike. Please join me in congratulating the 2020 Harry S. Truman Public Award recipient, Senator Claire McCaskill.